Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Fear Review. I'm William.
And I'm Amy.
And today we're going to be reviewing Bring Her Back. We will go over a synopsis of the film, give you a non-spoiler review, and then go into kind of the meat of the movie and a very spoiler-heavy review of that, and then kind of give you our final notes. So with that, we can kick it off. So short synopsis is we have two... I'd say teenagers. One of them's, I think, on the verge of being 18. They lose their father, who dies in a shower, and the younger sister is partially blind, so they get put in the foster care system, and they're kind of taken in by this. I'd say kind of creepy kind of woman. Seems very nice, but she was part of the foster system previously. And who was obviously
a counselor for 20 years, I think they said.
Yeah. And so, but there's obviously something going on there. She's dealing with grief, with losing her daughter. So once they get there, that's kind of when everything happens. So
trouble ensues.
Trouble ensues. Definitely ensues. So kick off kind of the review of it, just generally, like, I really liked it. It was really, really well done. It was done by the people that did, like the writers and directors of Talk to Me. And there's definitely some similarities. They definitely have a style, stuff like that. But I thought it was really, really good. We kind of said heavy right after we watched it. That's not really the right word for me, but it's not wrong either in that.
It is for me.
Yeah, what they do really well is you feel everybody's emotion, and I think that's why it starts to feel heavy. Is all of the characters are very well rounded out. Even like say the bad ones in there, it's like even though you wouldn't do what they did, they do it they write that character so well that you know why they did it, and you can kind of see how they got there.
Yeah.
But yeah, what are your thoughts?
Well, I was hesitant to watch it because when I watched the trailer for it, I'm pretty sure my exact words to you were, "Oh, I will not be watching this movie. That looks too terrifying." I wouldn't say it was terrifying. I think it's disturbing.
I can see that, yeah.
Like, another warning should have been when you went to buy it, and it was like, "Oh, also recommended Hereditary." This is on the same lines as Hereditary to me.
Yeah.
Maybe not as disturbing as Hereditary. Because that one, but it's I thought it was heavy. Like we had to watch a cooking show just so that I could try to maybe
like let go of it a little bit.
Yeah.
I get that. And that's why it's like it's not wrong to say heavy, but it's
maybe it's not heavy to you.
Yeah. No, I mean, it definitely was. And Talk to Me was the same way. Like, come out of it. Like, it sticks with you for a little bit. Like that feeling.
I don't remember. And I know I watched that movie, but I don't remember it at all. And I think it's because I didn't want to.
That's
so that's what, normally with these movies, if they're too much for me, then I'm like, I got to get it out. And if you go to talk about it, I'm like, don't talk about it because I've forgotten it and I don't want to remember. I think this is going to be that movie. And we watched it right before we went to bed. And I knew we still needed to do this podcast. So I was like, I have to remember the movie. But then as I was trying to sleep, I kept having to open my eyes to like remind myself that I was in our room. And I would look at the lamp and I'd look at our pictures and be like, okay, I'm okay. I'm not in that movie.
They're not coming to get you.
Yeah. Yeah. So maybe after I talk about it today, then I'm just going to leave and I'm going to forget all about the movie.
You can kind of speak it out and into the universe.
I'm going to speak it out and then don't talk to me about this movie again.
Hereditary is the same way too. It's, well, for me, and it's one of those movies that I can say I liked and it was really well done and I'm glad I watched it, but it's like, I don't need to watch it for a while. like it because I guess it sticks with you and stuff like it's not like a fun horror romp that you can like
Yeah.
throw on in the background.
That's what
but-
I'm waiting for. Wait, I haven't gotten that one yet. I mean, but this was done, like you said, it was done really, really well. There was a few things I had some questions about that I was like, but as we know, I get wrapped around things that really I don't need to get
Doesn't
wrapped
matter.
around. It doesn't matter.
I think if we're talking, I don't think it was. There's some blood in it, just to kind of like talk about what to expect. Like there's some blood in it, but I don't think it's overtly bloody. But things that happen in it are kind of like make you want to kind of like cringy, like not cringy in a bad way, but make you like kind of like, oh my god.
Oh, I think I did several. No, where I close my eyes and I say no because I'm like, nope, that can't be happening. I'm not seeing this. No, it's not happening. And I just sit there and keep saying no. But yes, it was happening.
Yeah. So from a horror person's perspective, I would say absolutely watch it. Like if you like horror, you're a horror fan like I am, it's definitely a must watch. Might not have to watch it again for a while, but I think you have a very different opinion as far as
I wouldn't watch this one. If you're not a big horror fan, I would say no. I mean, like again, it was all done really, really well. There was just no fun for it, or like, I don't know. For me, again, it's, I don't know, like a jump scare or something that can, when it gets your adrenaline going, that can be fun. Kind of like going to a haunted house.
Yeah.
And then I don't remember the haunted house when I come out of it because I'm so scared while I'm in it. But it was still fun. So that's pretty much my perspective of watching a horror movie. Is I need to have some kind of fun or humor. And this was just a dark movie to me. And that's just not my cup of tea. So I would say you don't need to watch it. Okay. I'm hoping one of these days I will tell people to watch a movie.
We'll do Thanksgiving here soon, like we talked about, and then you can just rave about that movie.
Watch Thanksgiving. I don't know why I whispered that.
Yeah,
I was trying to do.
I can't say this. Subliminal.
Subliminal.
Because I think I always try to say abominable and subliminal at the same time.
Subliminal.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get people to watch it.
Yeah. So I think we can move into the meat of the review. So if you don't want spoilers,
I need to get it out.
Yeah, don't want spoilers. From here on out, we're going to talk about everything in the movie, the kills, the everything plot. So stop now and move on. So here we go. Spoiler section of the review.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, there was more than a couple of spots that like I was like, oh.
I just kept saying, thank goodness we're not eating. Like this would be put your popcorn down movie. This, I mean, you'd be like, this popcorn's so good, and I'm done with it. And that started out like, I don't know, probably I didn't look at the time, but it felt like the first 15 minutes of the movie.
Yeah, because it's pretty early on that the father dies, and you see that, and you got your dong moment.
I did. Like, is that just a thing now? I mean, I know people say you shouldn't, it's the body. Like, we watch gore, but you see naked bodies and you think, oh no.
I think it's just because we're not used to seeing. That's what maybe
that's
in the U.S.
Thing.
I think the U.S. it's new for the U.S. and
I mean,
these
I'm
are
used
both
to
foreign
seeing
films that
breasts in a movie, but even if you see the front part of a woman, that's still not. I still get a little like, oh well, okay. But with a man, so yeah, that was first off the dad's naked laying down, and there you go. I think they're just like, this one's for you, Amy. you love to see it.
There you go. But he has like.
But that's
throw
not the
up.
gross part.
Yeah. So when he died, and they never explained what it was. I don't think. And
that's kind of what bothers
like
me.
One of the questions, but
when
so he has like
questions.
gross throw up on his mouth, and then one of the kids goes to give him mouth to mouth, and it's just like one of those like, one of those. So it wasn't bloody, but it was just like right out of the gate, like
it was so
gross.
Oh, it was
like,
so real.
And just the way, like the effects on it, the
get
design, and all that just was not. Not fun. But those other scenes, like I said, they weren't like super super bloody per se, but it was like just what they're doing just like gets
hurts.
you. Like there's a scene, so to kind of to set it up, and what I think they did really well too is there's a supernatural element to it. Basically the mom is trying to get the soul of her daughter out of her her body, and
the mom of who they go to, their foster mom.
the foster mom. Sorry.
I was going to say, you and I saw it. They,
is trying to get the soul out of her dead daughter's body and into this the girl that she's fostering.
Well, because her daughter was blind, also partially blind, and so the foster kids come at, they get the, Piper's the girl, and Andy is the older brother. So they get put in this home with this lady, and she really only wanted Piper.
Yeah,
But
he
Andy,
kind of forced himself into it.
They were like, they didn't want to be separated.
They have a close relationship.
Because he helps her around and everything. And then when they get there, she has another, like, son. She was like, oh, this is, Ollie, my son Ollie. I think she says my son. Or, he lost his parents too.
Nephew, I think.
Is it? Okay. He lost his parents too. He's staying here, and he's a mute, And so you're like, oh, okay. And then that's when you see she's watching, like, videotapes. VHS, busted out those VHS tapes.
Yeah. And
it's showing you a recording of a ritual. And that's where you learn about the ritual of, if somebody dies, like in the video, they hung themselves. You didn't really explain how you got
so basically
you summoned. It seemed like you summoned like a...
And they don't really talk about that either. She calls it an angel, but you see glimpses of what it doesn't look like one. I mean, it could be, but...
It looks like a demon.
More like a demon. But that's what I'm going to say is I think they did really well was... It's kind of a complex thing that you have to do to get the body out, and like certain things you have to do. So they've summoned this, like, well, I'm going to say demon into the body. But what they did really, really well is, I guess they kind of use your knowledge of horror coming into it, so they don't have to spend a lot of time like setting up what they need to do. Like you said, there's just a couple of quick scenes of her watching this VHS, and you immedially know what's going on.
Yeah, because it just had subtitles, because they were speaking another language. Just had subtitles of,
Yeah.
You got to kill somebody else in the same way that person died. So in the, example, the person hung themselves. So then they take another person, they hang them. And then this demon, I'm going to say, is in another person's body as like a vessel. And they have to eat
the old body
of the person who died. And it takes their soul in them. And then they put the blood, basically, they vomit kind of the blood and everything into the body that you just killed.
So then that soul
goes into the new body. Yeah, so it sounds more confusing, but it made sense.
Yeah, the way they do it, and I think
it seemed like you have to do it at a certain time.
Yeah, because they were...
Unless she was just waiting for the rain because of the pool.
Because that's how she died. That's what it was. I was with you. I was thinking it had to be like on a full moon or something. But I think it just recreating the scenario for how the daughter died, I think. But so I think that in being able to do that, and like there's a salt line like around the house, and it's like they don't explain that, but it's like, but you already know what that is, like why it is. And they do quick scenes that kind of that shows that that's what it is, but it's really more just to kind of like give you another like scare thing. But so it allows them, like I said, to focus on the story of the people and like set them up
and what they've gone through,
and make you feel it so much and stuff like that. So I think that's really good. But the demon, like that's like a lot of like the gore and stuff like that. One of the scenes that just got me was so like in the movie they're having what this demon wants to do is eat. So it's obviously hungry, and so it's wanted to eat that other body.
Yeah, its whole purpose is to eat the body of the deceased person.
Yeah, and so it's just wanting to eat stuff.
But I guess it's taken her a time to find a person that could be a vessel or a body that she could put the soul in.
And then I think like waiting on the rain and like... And
yeah, because the rain needed to fill up the swimming pool, I think is the reason we needed the rain. So yeah, he's just sitting there starving waiting to eat this body. And she's got the body locked in a freezer out in a shed that's locked so that, and he keeps going out, the demon boy. And it's Ollie, the one that's mute. He's the one that the demon's in. And come to find out, she'd kidnapped this kid to use him as a vessel. So, I mean, she really is an awful person. But,
you see that they do well in showing the grief of losing the daughter and, stuff like that.
Yeah, but she's still just flat out.
No, absolutely.
She pees in a cup. And I don't know why they have to be, I don't know why they have to show that. Like, she squats and pees in a cup and then pours the pee on the almost 18-year-old boy, Andy, while he's sleeping so that he thinks he's wet in the bed. I don't know if this is just a psychological thing with them to try to...
I think it was trying to set him up to look like he's having mental issues to get him out of the house. I think is what she was trying to set up.
You're right. Because he said once he turns 18, he's going to take his younger sister, Piper, and try to get custody of her. So you're right. She's trying to make him not be able to get custody.
Yeah. But talking about, like, the cringeworthy, like, moments or whatever, so... setting up, so like that's what we were talking about, him being hungry. Like, that's where I was kind of going with that. Is there's a scene which you don't really understand why at first, but then later on you do. It's like he basically gets a knife, like a butcher knife, and he starts to eat it, and he's like eating it where the blade is going up into his gums, and he's just like gnawing on it,
and it's breaking off his teeth.
Yeah, and it's breaking off his teeth.
Because it's a big, like, Andy had just cut a melon. And, like, had given him a piece of the melon on the knife. And he goes to grab the knife. And so you think that's going to be the scene. Is he grabbed the knife and he's going to cut his hand. That's what you think.
Yeah.
And it, cuts back to Andy going, no, don't grab the knife. Just grab the fruit. And then when it cuts back, he's just gnawing. And it's not sideways gnawing. It's this. And it just splits the lip and the teeth. And that wasn't. I mean, because even because I was doing looking at you, because you were sitting there going, no, like, I'm not looking at all. And even you were, like, looking at the screen like this.
Yeah,
like,
no, it was making
your peripheral to look at it, and I could tell your body was like,
no, it made me tense. So, like, even kind of talking about the scene kind of makes me go, oh, man, like that.
Like, I can taste the metal and the...
Yeah, and just, like, it going, like, yeah. No, it very, very, very effective. It reminds me of and this one was worse, it reminds me of the Evil Dead scene where she takes the razor and, like, runs her, licks it and, cuts it in half, but... Nope. But there's a couple of scenes like that. And, like, Ollie, the boy, he's kind of, like, the source of kind of the grossness too, because his body's changing and like turning.
Because then he gnaws on, like, wood.
Yeah, he's like,
and the teeth break again, and and it's the noises and it's not like they just fall off. It's like they break in half and then they're all rigid and the noises. It's so awful.
Yeah, and then there's another cool scene where he sees his dad, like his dead dad, like he's going to take it, like he has an issue taking showers because Andy, I'm sorry, the brother has trouble taking showers because his dad would beat him and stuff like that, and so he used to run the shower to hide that he was beating him. Yeah, so, like, the sound of showers kind of, like, triggers him, and plus the fact that they found his dad dead in a shower. Yeah, he got a lot of issues with showers. Yeah, but he finally taking a shower fully clothed. But still taking a shower, and, like, there's a cool scene where like kind of like a ghost version of the dad is, like, coming into the scene, and he's all, like, nasty looking, and he still has the vomit on his face. Yeah, he still got the vomit on his face, and very. Do not eat snacks during this movie if you're gonna watch this movie. Just saying that right now. Yeah. Like, I don't even think I took a drink once we got in it, but yeah. And then. I thought there was another. I was thinking there was. So the lady. Well, he eats the body. He finally does go and, like, start gnawing on the frozen body. Yeah, but you don't really see that. No, but his stomach then bloats out, and it's like this huge watermelon belly. Yeah, that's just like towards the end, like, he looks pregnant, like he's like sticking out, and, like, and his head's starting to, like, bulge and stuff. Yes, it's like getting bumps and lumps and.
And he's real wet, like slimy seeming.
Gross looking.
Oh, it's just, yeah, the visuals and the.
Yeah.
Oh, and then somebody gets ran over. I mean, I think when that happened, when that lady got ran over, I was just like, "Whoa!"
Yeah, that
oh
one,
my gosh!
You did that was like a not like a jump scare, but it was very much like you're like, "Oh my god!"
She just plowed her.
Yeah, and you don't see that one coming. Like
No.
like it's kind of turning on like gadonk.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
Oh, and then Ollie, the demon boy, bites the foster mom. I think her name's Laura or Lauren.
Yeah.
Bites her, and that was pretty, I don't know, just the chunk. Oh, and then she's got him in a bathtub at some point because the cat, like, took a big chunk out of him. No! Now I remember. Oh my gosh, I wish I didn't remember. Ollie starts to eat his own arm.
I was wondering if that's what you were going with that. Yeah.
No. See, I'd forgotten it. And now it's back,
Yeah,
and I
and
need
it's-
it to leave.
Yeah, and it's very visual because like we've seen movies where he's like
I think
someone's
I feel like
biting
I'm
their own
getting all
arm,
red.
like the new Wolfman, stuff like that. But like he chews on it and then like pulls it, and like you can see not just the top of the skin. It's very different. It feels like he's pulling like a tendon,
tendon.
Or something, and it's just very real looking, very like do exactly what you're doing right now.
Oh my god. I feel like I'm getting all flushed. Because it's like I can now see it again. Like I
Yeah.
said last night, trying to go to sleep, I just kept having to look at objects. And I ended up having to sing myself to sleep in my head because I could not get the visuals out of my mind to go to sleep. My barbecue brawl did not work. I was hoping I would go to bed thinking of barbecue and Bobby Flay. And no, it was this movie.
So what were you singing yourself? Thriller by Michael Jackson?
No, that song scared me. I didn't like to listen to that song alone as a kid. We had the record.
Oh, of course, I loved anytime I could like I was looking at MTV for that video.
Oh, I wouldn't have been able to. I
Werewolf
didn't
and-
watch Scooby Doo when I was home alone. So, yeah.
So this
And
is a
now
perfect
you've got me
podcast.
watching Bring Her Back. That has traumatized me a little. Oh my. But
Yeah.
no, see, it'll leave me before the end of the week. I'll think about it again and
Like I said, just speak it out and be done. So I think overall that like I think we've touched on a lot of the stuff, but I think ending was satisfying to me. Like it was a good ending. I think it ended the way it should have, right? Like there's a little bit of
it wasn't a bow.
no, not a bow, but there's some redemption there and like
Yeah.
not
I liked the ending.
yeah, like not that it's not sad in part, but I think it ended really well. I think they did a good job.
Yeah. I see, but then now I'm wondering, like I think I said to you last night, because it never tells you what the dad died of. And they never say anything like, oh, he was an alcoholic or, or something that could make you think why he vomited in the shower and died. You don't generally die from throwing up. So part of me's like, are we to believe or to assume that lady somehow drugged the dad because she was like, they have no other family. I need that blind girl to come and be my daughter.
Yeah, that's not super clear. I mean, I can see how we could get there and how that could, there's some things that they did in there that they kind of sprinkled in that they don't say specifically, but that like the brother, like the son that she brings in is like sleeping really hard and like drooling and like he wakes up and stuff like that in ways that and like it'll show like his I would say creatine bottle, like he works out, so he's like putting some powder in and stuff like that, so it makes you kind of start the issue like drugging him so that when she's pouring pee on him and stuff like that, and so he's just out
because
of it and
he
stuff
is
like that.
out. You're right, because that was the other thing that grossed me out because I was like, I've never seen somebody drool that much, and he was on his back, and like it was just huge clumps of drool, and then all over the pillow. That's disgusting.
So that can make you lead you to believe that, okay, she has the ability to do that. Maybe she did that with a dad, or something like that.
Something.
But it's like, how does she get to the dad? And like, even, but the daughter had even said something at the very beginning where she said, he's not answering, he always answers. So I don't know. Like, I'm kind of with you where it kind of makes you think, because they don't ever say what happened, and like him throwing up in the shower seems weird.
It's just out of nowhere.
Yeah. Like,
and then she also went to the funeral with the kids, his funeral, and she cut some of the dad's hair and fed that to the demon boy.
Yeah.
I'm calling it Demon Boy. I mean, his name's Ollie, but that's not even his real name, because he was a kid that was kidnapped. But
yeah, she does a really, really good job in it too, because she plays this. I mean, she's really creepy, and especially like that funeral scene. She does some like stuff in there that's
she's
just
dressed
weird.
in like 80s.
Yeah,
like I don't know, 80s attire to me.
But she swaps between like this fun, caring, to like creepy, to like loss.
Yeah,
like just like broken down very easily in between scenes, and it's all believable. It's all like that's very nuanced throughout.
Well, I like her anyway. She was in Life of Water.
The Shape of Water.
Okay. Yeah, I like her because she was the one in The Shape of Water, and I really liked that movie.
But yeah, everybody was really good in it. So I think
we got all the really, I can't like.
Yeah.
I hope another one doesn't pop in there. Because I need them gone.
Yeah.
I need them purged out of my brain.
Yeah. So like we said, overall, like if you're a horror fan, 100% watch it, in my opinion. Like it's a definite go watch the movie. I think you'll enjoy it. As much as you can enjoy a heavy movie like that. That feels weird to say enjoy, but enjoy.
Yeah, I don't need it. Well, yeah, I mean, there's dramas that are heavy that I enjoy,
I know, it just always feels weird to say enjoy.
Yeah.
But
it's just enjoy in a different type of way.
Yeah,
No, I watched it. I'm proud of myself that I watched it. Yay me. You don't need to watch it if you're me. If you're me, don't watch it.
Hindsight being 2020.
I didn't need to watch it. So what torture are you going to put me through next?
Yeah, so I think next episode, we landed on Sinners.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
I can review that one.
Okay, well, thank you for joining us again, and we'll see you next episode when we review Sinners.
Thanks for watching this episode. If you enjoyed it, hit like and subscribe, and tune in next time to The Fear Review, where the fear is family.